to just give you a demonstration of how the reading works, I've got a client that has asked me to do a reading. We'll call the client Bob and we'll call his partner Jane. Now, Bob is embarking on a very big business. It has wide-reaching implications, and can go, possibly make him a billionaire as well. So we're talking about that business, that bigger business. Now, at the moment, he was having problems with his girlfriend. He said they normally get on very well, and he even sees her as some form of like a soulmate sort of thing. But at the moment, they're having issues in their relationship. So they're asking me, can you have a look? What's happened? How can we overcome this? Why is this the case, so to speak? And I'm looking at their charts, and I can see that they have a lot of combinations in their charts. That's why they get along so well together. And that's why also he feels that she's his soulmate. And they're quite a young couple as well. He's in his 30s, late 30s, and she is in her 20s. Okay, also quite a big age difference. Now, why are they having problems? From looking at their chart, or looking at her chart, Jane's chart, she has 3 roosters. Her 3 pillars are rooster. 3 out of 4 is roosters. Now, what clashes with the rooster? The rabbit. What year are we in? We are in, 2023. That's the issue. And it still is 2023 until a few weeks' time. It's the rabbit. And he said they didn't have problems until this year. It's a clash. So it's clashed all 3 of her roosters. So basically, every part of her life is being affected. The only one that is not a rooster is basically the outside, the year which represents the outside. So it's not her that's affected herself personally. It's only her that's affected personally, not how she interacts with others, which is what the year pillar would represent. And so I am not surprised they're having difficulty, because one of it is actually the spouse palace. Okay, so the spouse palace itself, or the house of spouse, is getting clashed with. And normally when that happens, couples go through difficult periods, and that's also times when divorces and separations are likely to happen, because that's an issue. But not only just house of spouse, but other areas, every other area in her life as well. So I'll be surprised if she hasn't gone nuts, so to speak. And she would not know why as well herself. Know why she's gone that way. And I'm looking at him though, if they were able to get, normally you say, look, if you're able to get through this period this year, then next year the clash is gone, and then you should not have that problem anymore. So the next year is the year of the dragon. So then that's combining with her. The dragon actually combines with her rooster, which is going to be good then. You think they should have a harmonious relationship. However, next year's the dragon, it clashes with his spouse palace, his house of spouse. So he's going to feel it next year. So he's going to have problems with her next year, relationships next year as well. And even if it's not her, even if they break up and he finds someone else next year, it's not going to work out either. So he should be laying low next year in regards to the love front. Now, looking at her, I'm looking at why, they have a lot of combinations. That's why they like each other. But also she's in this period, what we call a luck cycle, period that she's going through. That actually gives him the missing piece of the puzzle. I guess that's why he really likes her at this time. So he's got 3 out of the 4. At the moment, she's giving him the 4th piece. And that is actually what we call the Empress chart. So be very successful with her. This is the type when we say you need to be together, but particularly if she has it in her own chart. So she's got the missing piece to what he would make him very successful. So he's doing pretty well at the moment with her. But look, the thing is, she's going she's in that phase at the moment, but she's going through a lot of issues because of that clash at the moment. And then after next year, he goes into clashes with his spouse palace. And then the year after that, there's no clashes from their spouse palaces. So things should be going back to normal. However, after that, after 2025, she goes out of that cycle that benefits him. So then his feelings for her is going to change anyway. And looking at this, they actually change each other's chart to something that they're not. Like, yeah, he would make her more dominant. He makes her more dominant, and she in turn turns him into a what at the moment he wants power. At the moment, power is what is going to give him wealth. That's what works for him. But she's with her combining with him is going to turn him into forcing him into following money. Well, in this sense, it doesn't mean that following money means you get money, but it's not in his nature. That's not what he naturally wants. So she's making him be something that's contrary to his nature by being with her, and he's turning into something that she's not normally. So in that respect, not quite a normal, not a good combination. I mean, look, they'll be great friends, but they should not marry each other. They should not be a couple. Unfortunately, these are the instances where I say, look, you're not good for each other. It's best you find someone else would be a better match for you. Someone else that's not going to affect your chart in that way to make you into something that you're not. And also with him, later on, after in his late 40s, he's going to go through that period himself where he gets his missing piece. So he's going to be the emperor on his own, so to speak, in his late 40s. The piece that she's been giving him while he's with her at the moment, he's going to get it himself. So then he doesn't need anyone in that phase. But but like I say, he can be more successful with the right partner in his chart and then on his own. So that's how just a brief overview of how we look at charts and how frank we would be, well, how frank I am about it, because I want people to succeed.